30 days ago, my dancing looked like this. The aim was to look like that. I had 30 days to earn my spot on one of the best salsa teams in Europe and prove that I could keep up with the tricks, footwork, and partner work. By day 30, I wanted to dance an entire choreography to a 4-minute song with the professional team. Now here's the fun part. I am not a professional dancer, unlike these beautiful people who you will meet throughout the video.
Hello, my name is Aldair Iguaran.
Wait. How much do you know about salsa? There is so much more. You could make an entire documentary about salsa dancing and the origins of its music. But instead, I'm gonna give myself exactly 46 seconds to cover its birth, development, and what the dance scene looks like now. Let's go. Salsa dance started in Cuba, where African rhythms met Spanish music due to the island's history with slavery. When this vibrant mix hit New York in the 60s and 70s, it was influenced by Puerto Rican immigrants and started to evolve. Thanks to icons like Eddie Torres, aka the Mambo King, who introduced a teachable structure to the dance, salsa continued to gain momentum as a social dance and hobby for millions. Now, salsa festivals across the world gather thousands each week. We spend entire weekends dancing for up to 20 hours daily and going to classes during the day and socials at night. And of course, performances. In fact, I'll be attempting to join this performance. You could even participate in competitions and catch a salsa celeb for a dance. It is super fun, exhilarating, and an easy way to make new friends across the globe. Some people even decide to make it their life's work. Now, was that 46 seconds? Nice. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Alina, and I have been dancing since I was 6 years old. Sadly, not salsa, but I did do over a decade of ballroom. Dance has always been a big part of my life and one of my passions. I started salsa about 5 years ago, and I always dreamed of being in a team. And finally, I got the opportunity. All thanks to this man.
My name is José Diaz, and I'm the director on Euphoria Dance Academy. Before I danced salsa on tour, I used to be famous in the street. They used to call me the Michael Jackson de la salsa. Yeah. When I went to Yamulee and I saw the system, the classes, I was like, wow, I fell in love. I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
So I literally begged Jose to let me come to any of the practice sessions at the Euphoria Academy in Amsterdam. Told him I'll be quiet, I'll be invisible, I'll be a fly on the wall. And in the face of my desperation, he said, sure, you can come. We actually do have one more spot on the pro team. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty good, but I'm definitely far away from a pro. So you are about to witness the 30 days of blood, sweat, and tears that I put into joining the Euphoria Professional Salsa team. Do you guys think I can do it?
Yes.
In a month.
I believe in you, Alina.
You didn't say that off camera, you
I don't want to say numbers.
Day 1 of me trying to earn a spot on a pro salsa team. I don't even know how this happened. I saw this team perform at a festival a few months ago, and if you ever told me that I'd have the opportunity to train with them, at least I wasn't the only one nervous. What started as a fun, exciting fantasy quickly turned into a nightmare. On day 1, I realized that I was way over my head. This wasn't just another class where I could come, dance to my heart's content, make all the mistakes that I wanted, go home and forget about it. No. I needed to step up. I was now surrounded by people that were way beyond my level, and they were watching my every single move to see where I stood in comparison. It didn't take me long to realize that I was going to have homework, and a lot of it. Also, fun fact, the pro team were working on 2 choreos at the same time, both of which I had to learn. And so I decided to practice on my own, the partner work. Not the best idea I've ever had. But I took my phone, looked over all of the videos I had from the session, and locked myself in a studio. But yeah, I realized that if I want to keep up, I'm going to have to do a lot of practicing out of hours, and I'm going to have to bribe people to help me, because otherwise it's just going to be impossible.
You have a lot of things to do. It's very challenging. Salsa is a big world. You don't get there that easy.
When I came to the first training, it was like, this is everything new for me. It was fast, a lot of spinning, tricks, and I love it. Hello, my name is Nerea Perez, and I'm Professional Salsa Dancer.
This woman changed my dancing, but you'll see that in a few minutes.
16, I started to meet people that were dancing salsa, and I said like, why not, let's try. My favorite dance was hip-hop, and salsa was like the one that you go for fun and dance with the people, you know.
On day 4, I secured my bribe and I went to meet Aldo.
Hello, my name is Aldair Iguaran, and I'm a professional salsa dancer of Euphoria Dance Company.
What are we doing today?
We're gonna do the choreo, no? You need to learn the choreo.
Yeah.
This one, yeah, nowhere.
There was a lot of new information. Aldo didn't hold back on his feedback.
I've been dancing for around 7 years and a half. I just started dancing salsa because I didn't know how to dance anything. By then, I used to work in a hostel. I realized that by teaching classes, I was earning more than by working at the hostels. It was never my plan to become a professional dancer.
His turns is really strong and slow. I'm Nerea is doing the choreo by herself. Just here pretending that I'm doing someone, but all of these things, exactly. So it's your responsibility completely.
It's a completely different style, so I think it doesn't matter how much you think you know about salsa. The moment you are learning this style, you will feel like you just don't know shit.
Easy?
I never said that.
I said it's a lot of tricks.
That's gonna be a problem.
Okay, so I need to work on my turns, my speed, not dragging Aldo down, not pushing back with my arm, not looking like total chaos. Woo.
The following day, I decided not to waste any more time and asked Mati, another leader from the pro team, to practice with me as well, just to make sure that I was the problem indeed.
Okay, I made it. I'm with Mati. Mati, say hi.
Hello. True. The partner work?
Practicing with two leaders back to back made it clear where I was going very wrong. Once again, spinning was an issue.
We compare it like spinning with the motorcycle. You have like A1. You cannot even go on the highway. You know, you have A2. That's nice. You know, you can put a little bit more power. But then Nerea is like unlimited power. You can just go full gas and just keeps on spinning.
I'm like A2.
Yeah, we build slowly.
Within my first week on the pro team, every single lead decided to inform me that I was too heavy, that my spins were too slow, that they were not connected. Honestly, I didn't even get the issue because no one had complained before. However, I knew that being called heavy is one of the worst pieces of feedback a follower could ever get.
When I feel that I'm being heavy for the guys, I don't like that feeling. You need to lift your weight.
As a follower, you want to be as light as a feather. So that whenever the guy leads you a triple turn, you just react up, down, upside down, anywhere. And you need to be fast on your feet. In fact, sometimes my feet react way faster than my brain does. Clearly not fast enough for the pro team.
You don't become a professional on your own. You have to go through somebody. That's what gives you the experience and takes you to the professional level.
Guys, I couldn't fall asleep last night because I was so excited for my private with Nerea.
Nerea is like unlimited power, keeps on spinning.
Nerea is doing the choreo by herself.
I am going to my private with Nerea.
I feel like I'm on a quest and I'm about to meet the Grandmaster.
The queen, the legend, Nerea Perez.
Are you gonna help me fix my turns?
I also hope so. Nerea started off by fixing my form and my shoulders, and it honestly felt like going to the doctor because after spinning me a few times, she knew exactly where I was going wrong and pointed it out. And she introduced me to an exercise that I will now be doing for the next 2 weeks in my kitchen. No one has ever explained turn technique to me so well, though I'm still figuring out how to isolate my arms and channel my inner jellyfish. A wild Aldo appeared to help out, and things got complicated. He then tried to prove that he is also a strong, independent woman.
Now I know I've been doing everything wrong for the past 5 years of my life.
Thank you for coming! Today was tough. I think the week of introduction is over and now the real training has begun. One of my friends commented under one of the days that if you feel super shit, that's how you know you're gonna get better. I really came home and I was just like, I just need a hug. I need a hug. I mean, I knew I was doing something wrong, but I didn't realize how wrong I was doing it. And I literally need to completely relearn how to do turns because the balance is not there, the motion is not there. I turn with my entire body. I need to do it with only my hips. I need to keep my hands light. And then the training happened for 2 hours. Trigger warning, this is my first full run through of a choreo. Please use Cindy as a comparison and keep your hands and legs inside the cabin. The tricks I'm only just starting to figure out. Didn't even try some of them. But at least Sophia finds it all entertaining.
Hi, my name is Sofia Freire, and I'm a professional salsa dancer in the Euphoria Dance Company. I started dancing in Portugal like 12 years ago. My mother is from Venezuela, so since very little I hear salsa music. You know, like the salsa was from the beginning entering my veins. Oops. Definitely there are gonna be some ups and downs. It's difficult to adapt and to accept, because sometimes it's like you want to be better, but it's not going.
And it definitely wasn't going. In certain moments, I literally felt like this would be impossible for me to do. I underestimated how hard it would be. And honestly, I underestimated how hard it would be psychologically. I don't remember the last time I had felt so shit about myself, so shit. And that made me feel really vulnerable. Not only because I was sharing this all over my reels. No, I soon realized that it was the process of being so bad at something and doing it repeatedly in front of the same people that felt so unnatural and honestly embarrassing. I was being seen at my worst day after day after day. It was mental torture, and I was going back for more every single day.
It's very easy to find yourself in a frustrated moment.
Crying is a natural thing in dancing. You're dancing and you are really opening, like your body, you are really opening everything. So you are so sensitive.
I cried a lot already.
I started to think, how delusional was I going into this? Thinking that I will quickly pick up on skills that people take decades to develop.
At the beginning, when you don't know much about how a show works or how dancing works, they see the show and they're like, oh, nice. But they had no idea how much it requires to just even pull out 10 seconds of that choreo, you know, like how many hours of training. Even if it's a partner work combination that lasts 15 seconds, there's a lot of work in it that you don't understand until you actually see through the window.
But at the same time, if I think about it, had I not had a little part of me think, of course, babes, you can do this, I probably would have never even tried to do this challenge. Imagine if we just applied this thinking to all of our lives. Dululu is the Salulu. What makes salsa a challenging dance?
You need to have a little bit like this, the mental strength to understand the coordination.
Connect the whole choreo, it's already a challenge.
Salsa is quite a complex style that requires time for your process to digest the information.
All the hours of dancing, hours of struggling, you know?
Oh, I know. And the thing that I learned about progress and growing pains is that the journey is not linear. And to have it be sustainable, you need to build up your self-confidence in little wins. I was not getting those little wins during the pro sessions, but I was getting them somewhere else. And I can honestly say that if it wasn't for the warm embrace of the classroom, where failure is accepted and the teachers take all the time to explain something, I would have lost all of my self-confidence because it was already pretty much in shreds. It's time I show you guys another side to my training, a secret weapon called Edita. You know a teacher is good when every class starts with conditioning your body. I love her spin classes because when it comes to spinning, it's not only just about the partner work, the twist prep, and being able to do it quickly, it's about stability. Spins are very individual, and so you need to take time to find what works for you. Salsa is full of opposing body movements. You need to do a lot of isolations, and it can get quite complicated. When it comes to leveling up my salsa, these classes were so important. However, between the classes, the trainings with the team, my private sessions with Matty and Aldo and Devin, my body was breaking. My knees hurt, my back hurt, my ass. I was still so behind on choreos that the guys literally had to drag me through some parts. Look at that. Look at that. You know, it's a little embarrassing when a leader thinks that he can do a better job than you as a follower and decides to demonstrate an aerial trick with air splits.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Not that easy, huh?
You need to push yourself to grow. I totally agree. And this 30-day challenge was pushing me beyond all of my limits, and so I fell into a routine, suffering in the pro sessions and then thriving in the classroom. I'd come out broken after a 2-hour pro session, only to run back to the studio a few measly hours later to do a body movement class with Edita or an Afro class with Nerea. All of this in an effort to keep reminding myself throughout this torturous process of why I actually love dancing and how good it can make my body feel. The dance was both traumatizing and healing me at the same time. This challenge made me realize that I could really hate something that I love, or love something that I really hated. Was I in a toxic relationship for a month?
The discipline. Keep that discipline. Train every day. Come every day, even if it's raining, even if it's warm.
In every class, count. If you're talking about how to learn faster, count. Every time that you say it, it's like your body is reacting to the action.
Learn basics.
My advice? Get yourself a best friend that also dances salsa. And I knew it was only days before I would get to see my salsa bestie at the Salsa Festival in London coming up around the corner, which I'm so excited to show you. She was the biggest emotional support for me on this journey. Support gave me confidence. The classes gave me confidence. My peers and mentors spurring me on was giving me confidence. And most importantly, grinding away day by day was actually starting to build momentum.
It's like every time I do it, my body gets used to it incrementally, a little bit more and more and more. Hopefully by the end of next week, I'm gonna feel a huge difference. I already feel a difference in the way that I turn and I spin, and I know that I can do it faster than I did before.
All the solo and classroom practices were actually starting to show in the partner work as well. In fact, one time, I spun so fast that my AirPod quit the show. To be fair, with the amount of times I've heard the song, I don't really need AirPods anymore. And I even got a tiny nod of approval.
What do I need to work on?
Everything.
Thanks. Great.
A little conviction inside me woke up thinking that I could actually maybe get there. It wouldn't look good, but I could get there. I was so fired up that I begged Jose to even join the semi-pro team because everybody on the pro team also had to know the choreo of the semi-pro team. And I was so sure that if I worked hard enough, I could get all 3 choreos by day 30.
You are super dedicated. You're really trying your best. I see it.
I think that you improve a lot. Yeah, like the way that you moving, it's faster than before. Before you were sitting down more. Like I see now a continuation with the spin.
I physically started to feel my potential, and that is a wild feeling. I was mentally prepared to push as far as... What? Did I just get hit by a car? Did I break something? Oh, I hope not. I have practice in an hour. Today, before training, I went to the shop and was crossing a pedestrian crossing when the person that was driving my way decided not to stop. And so I was literally tagged, or I guess hit by a car. I don't know how this is going to affect my dancing or my spinning, considering that there is a concussion. It hurts. It was meant to be day 20 of the challenge. I was supposed to go to a dance festival that weekend. I was at my peak mentally and physically. Not anymore. Luckily, apart from a light concussion, a bruised up body, and a face that Rocky himself would be proud of, I was okay. But mentally, I became scared to hurt myself more or put myself in any other risky situations. I should probably skip out on going to a festival. I used to struggle with health anxiety. It took me a while to get over that. So when I had a decision to make whether to take a break or continue my dance training at all, I already knew what the answer had to be. So I did the only thing that worked to defeat my anxiety before. And that was to do the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. So instead of taking a week off to relax and heal, I was on a plane to London.
I did it.
Yes, to the dance festival. The doctor said that I would be fine if I didn't hit my head again. Yeah, looking back, that was definitely overkill, but I don't have any lasting brain damage. At least that of which I am aware of. Maybe I do. Yes, I probably should have stayed home, but then I would have missed out on all these amazing classes. When I go to festivals, I often feel like I join a cult for a weekend, and that's because everyone is hooked on salsa. The Euphoria team was there performing and teaching, and of course I couldn't skip out on a Jose and Nerea class. Neither could I miss the performances by some of the world's greatest salsa artists. Did I risk permanent brain damage just to see Fuego performed live? Maybe.
That adrenaline that you feel before you go on stage, that's my best. That's That's what I love.
Even if the show is already, I performed it 10,000 times and it's fine, I will still get nervous. All these feelings and emotions going through your whole body somehow makes you feel alive.
Yeah, in there, I can be a little bit more of my alter ego, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let everything out and be this bad bitch.
The moment that you connect with people, like when you look and you see the people watching at you, like looking at you, it's nice.
By getting right back on the horse, I didn't allow the fear to settle in my nervous system, to create new patterns of anxiety. Instead of sitting at home and wallowing in self-pity, I now had an entire festival to feel sorry for me. Amazing! Salsa festivals are always an epicenter of love and friendship and fun and of course salsa. I'm so grateful for the numerous amazing people that dance brought into my life. It's more than just a physical activity, it is a connecting force, bringing people together through sheer joy.
Connects me a lot to the human necessity of being happy.
You're performing, you have the professional part, but then it's also that enjoy, you know, because at the end, dance is also for fun.
It's a joyful style to dance.
Cheesy? Maybe. But that's the way I want my life to be. Just when I thought I was getting the hang of things and improving on the partner work, a new choreo was introduced. So welcome back to Struggle Central. Again starting from scratch, again learning all new stuff, again being confused and scared. As much as I would love to do just one choreo in these 30 days, that is not the reality of being in a pro team. Luckily, I had Rigmar show me the hardest partner work sequence I have ever tried in my entire life. I then tried it with Aldo a couple of times and don't worry, he took out his frustrations on me after the class.
For choreo, I feel like I need to come back for like a year.
Supportive friends make all the difference. The last 10 days of the challenge, which I pictured would end in blood, sweat, and tears, a fight to the death, turned into something else entirely. I'm still struggling to smile. The car accident honestly just got in the way. It got in the fucking way. Clearly, I struggle with self-compassion. And maybe you do too. I almost weirdly blamed myself for being hit by a car. I know how limited my time period is here, so I feel like this pressure, I really want to make the most of it and not skip a single training session. Even now, I was 100% ready to go to train anyway. But then I decided to do a few spins in my kitchen and I got so freaking dizzy. It's just hard to face that sometimes things are out of our control. And I know I'm only talking about taking 24 hours off. And I feel so guilty. This isn't a salsa journey, this is a mental health journey at this point. Anyway, I just had to step back, quiet my ego, and work with my limitations. There is a third choreo in the works. This gets in the way of my linear progression. However, my pickup has completely transformed. The fact that I could even dance it all the way through after a few trainings just shows the amount of progress I've made. All thanks to these people around me who are very dedicated to what they do. Oh my god, one of the biggest mistakes that I did this entire challenge was to leave my private with Jose himself to almost the very last day.
Unacceptable!
Because his advice would have given me such a power boost throughout the process. I mean, leaving the best for last.
I want to do the partner work. I need more advice on how to relax and how to be faster.
So we can use one of the partner work from the pro team and I can explain you the details. This details going to work in any partner work that we do. Let's go.
After reminding me of the basics of how to do a good turn, Jose found a special stick to punish me for all the turns that I screwed up so far. Luckily, the punishment was more spins with the stick holding my frame in place. Apparently, I also struggled keeping my legs closed. Just don't tell my mother. All of the technique was followed by some spin drills, and Jose felt some progress. Finally, we tried the super hard partner work from the latest choreo, and it went bearable. But yes, still a little slow.
What do you think?
I think it was good. I think you have a lot of potential. Just all about practicing and putting
The work.
the work and the passion that you're doing, how you're doing it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Of course, guys, I wish I could show you a complete choreo start to finish at this point, but the team had to practice different choreos for different events. However, it would not be fair of me to skip out on the grand finale of my own journey. This is the final progress video of the newest choreo, which I tried to pick up within 4 training sessions. Please enjoy, and you can also use Adita as an example of how this choreo should look like. My aim was to get to the end. Ladies and gentlemen, day 30.
Video.
manage to do all the tricks? No. Did I look messy here and there? Yes, very much so. But the show must go on, and I just wanted to keep going. Finally was the moment for the hardest partner work ever. Despite all odds, with the help of Rigmar, we managed to do it somewhat on time. Definitely with some mistakes. But I made it to the end, and that is what matters. To the end of this challenge, to the end of this choreo. I'm actually getting pretty emotional watching them.
Last 30-day training session. Thanks, everyone. I think only you're happy. No.
Ooh, my final practice of this challenge. Freaking wild. The start of this challenge, I couldn't even do 10 seconds of some of these choreos. Especially that partner work that almost killed me. I mean, to be honest, I didn't get nearly as far as I thought I could. But I also got farther than I thought I would. What? Clearly, I had to adjust my expectations as I went on. Look at me now, doing the footwork and the partner work and even attempting tricks.
I don't want to say numbers.
Which choreo?
At the end of this year, beginning of the next year.
6 months to 1 year.
Maybe between 4 and 6 months.
Really?
If you train only bomba every week.
Yeah, you can say 6 to 1 year. You know why? Once you learn the choreo, is where the difficult part begins. Because you know the choreo, you know where to go, whatever, but then you're going to focus on details. And those are the difficult ones.
So you don't think 30 days is enough?
I am so grateful to Jose, to Euphoria, and to Adita, and to Nerea, Sophie, and Aldo, and Mati, and Rigmar, and Cindy. I think I mentioned this earlier, but a few months before going into this challenge, I made an order to the universe to bring into my life a group of people that was like-minded, determined, ambitious, and working towards a common goal. Honestly, I was thinking a little more in the realm of content creation, but the universe delivered Euphoria instead.
If I can arrive to a point that I can create projects to help others somehow make a difference in their life, that is the best. For me, it's like I can die in peace now.
I just want to be better. It's as simple as that. I just want to become better in all aspects. I just want to be a better dancer, a better teacher, a better choreographer.
I always wanted to be on stage, traveling. So I kind of complete the dream of doing that. Don't stop dreaming. So I still always have like new things to do, new goals.
I want Euphoria to be the #1 in Europe. So when you want to learn salsa on tour, you know Amsterdam is a place.
I will be forever grateful for that small twist of fate that brought me to Amsterdam and for the 30 unforgettable days that I spent challenging myself. It felt electric. I felt alive, and I felt, more importantly, like I belonged. Whew, what a feeling. And all I had to do was take a risk and write a message. Was the embarrassment and constant failure worth it in the end? Yes, 1,000,000 times yes. Because to me, it was never just about joining a team. It was about proving to myself that I had the grit to do it, to overcome obstacles, and most importantly, to overcome myself. We only have one life. What a shame it would be to sit it out on the sidelines. So I hope that you, dear friend, choose to follow your curiosity. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my first 30-day challenge documentary type-esque video. I'll see you in the next 30-day challenge because I have a lot of curiosities and I want to try them all.
This is my English.
And I'm a professional dancer.
What do I think about what?
Why do you think people go for bachata or salsa nowadays?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the interview. Thank you. Thank you for the experience.